Oh, yeah. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? You're back with your boy, Muzzy McGee. We're back for another live stream session. I hope I'm ready to practice today. You have to excuse me for the grogginess. I'm having a little congestion. I was dealing with it a little bit yesterday, but at the same time, you know, it happens. I'm still here on the channel. I'm hoping I'll be here. Like I said, I'll try to be here every single day. I have been for 476 or 477 consecutive sessions. I'm very lucky to say that's happened. I'm thankful to be joining you guys. For those of you who don't know me, I go by the name Muzzy McGee. I gotta take a little sip of this coffee. And we're gonna get started here very shortly. I first gotta give a shout out to one of my subscribers who goes by the name of, I wanna say Groovy Chew, if I'm pronouncing that right. It's Groovy, G-R-O-O-V-Y, I don't know if it's Groovy or Grovy, and Chew, C-H-U, I think it is. He was the first person to donate to my channel, and as ridiculous as this sounds, it's like it was a huge deal for me. You know, I was talking with friends about it last night. This is the first time I've actually received any kind of compensation for something that I love to do. So it's important I shout this person out because, like, you have now become a part of my YouTube growth story. And it's so cool that you were able to do that, and it's so cool that you did do that, and that you helped finance this channel. I just wanted to let you know how thankful I am for it, and it's cool because, like, now you're part of the story, man. I shouted you out on all of my social medias, I believe, not Instagram because there's not like a what do you call it? There's not like a news feed, but basically on all of my Instagram or on my Facebook account, my coffee account, as well as my Facebook account, coffee account, and YouTube account. I shouted you out, man, and I really, really appreciate all your just everything, dude. Thank you so much. I'm very appreciative for that. So we're going to get started here today, guys. I just wanted to give a shout out to my subscriber who donated to the channel, which is the first time I've ever been told somebody's donated to my channel, which is it's the coolest thing that's ever happened to me, like by far and away. It feels like it was the first time I actually I don't know how to describe it. It's such a crazy feeling, but it's the first time I got paid to do something I love to do, is what it feels like. And so that is very cool, and I appreciate that. I appreciate you, and thank you for being part of the story. And yeah, let's get started here today, guys. So for those of you who haven't joined the channel before, I go by the name Muzzy McGee, and this channel is about 4 things, and the first 2 things are involved in the live stream. The live stream is broken down into 2 parts. The first part is where I practice, you practice, we practice together, because everybody knows practice by yourself sucks. So we're gonna try to work hard on these practice sessions so we can get good at our principal instrument. So we're going to do warm-ups with the guitar, scales, chords, chord progressions, chord studies, picking patterns, strumming patterns, as well as licks of the week, cover songs, and then inevitably we'll move from there to get from, obviously, you get from the intermediate to the advanced, from the advanced to the expert, from the expert to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. Obviously, all those are in supposed to help with becoming a better improvisational artist, which is a very important skill as a musician have, in my personal opinion. So we're going to be doing the second part of the live stream, which will be improvisational stuff, which is where I improv and you judge that, because I don't have like 15 different screens where everyone could just take turns and I can just point at this person or unmute this person so they can play. At least as of right now on YouTube Live, and know what I'm doing on the other channels when I go cross-platformational with my OBS shortly. We will be, I'll be improving, you'll be judging that. You can tell me how I'm doing, if I'm doing good, if I'm doing bad, what I can do to improve. And it's my hope that at a certain point you will be able to create your own improvisational videos that you can share with me, that I can then share on the channel. We can talk about how you attack the fretboard, how I attack the fretboard, and what we can do as a collective to get better. That includes suggesting different influencers, because I'm not sitting here like I'm on the internet, but I'm also learning this with you. So we're learning together, okay? It's the whole idea of the collectiveness of this part of the channel. And then the third thing, which is the cool thing, which this is what the whole channel is about. So we are only at probably 5% of what I'm trying to build into this channel, or maybe a little bit more than 5%. We'll say 10%. But the whole channel is about me creating music in Logic Pro X and using my understanding of guitar and the fretboard, using my big brain and my understanding of the fretboard, my understanding of how the guitar is played, to create the best music I possibly can. Now, that music will be done in Logic Pro X. That's my digital audio workstation. I'll be creating music for myself. 100% of the stuff that I'll be putting out there will be music I create for myself personally. The other stuff that I'll be creating will be music that I create for, the 90% will be stuff that I create for my own personal stuff. The other 10% will be split into 2 parts, 50% of which will be going to artist music that I'm making for other artists in the air, and artists just in general. And the other one will be, the other 5% will be given to, will be used to create musical scores for people who work in the short film industry in the area in which I live. So basically the fourth thing after that, the fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the channel sort of serves for me as a video log as to where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go. So if any of that sounds good to you, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is very helpful. If you see a post that I did, like it. If you see something that's interesting or makes you feel some type of way, comment on it. I'm trying to stay away from the controversial stuff. I'll leave that for my other projects that I'm working on, my music projects. I try to remain out of the controversial, but art is controversial in and of itself. So in that case, the second thing I have to ask people to do is, because this channel doesn't generate any revenue on itself, I have to depend on people like Mr. Groovy Chew last night, who donated to the channel. I asked people to donate to my Ko-fi account if you can. It was very helpful last night, and you get to be a part of the story, I guess, my YouTube building story, which is really cool. So yeah, if you could check out my Ko-fi account, it's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee. If you'd like to donate to the channel, you can do so. That helps out the channel from a financial perspective, provided that's something you'd like to do. Again, if you don't want to do that, that's fine. I understand it, but it is helpful to the channel. The second thing I ask people to do is, during this period of advertiser-driven revenue purgatory in which I currently find myself, is I ask people to check out my cryptocurrency referral links. Again, this channel has nothing to do with cryptocurrency at all. I'm not a financial advisor. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not telling you what you should and shouldn't do with your money. However, I trade cryptocurrency on a daily basis, and I figure maybe some of the people who watch my channel, maybe they do too. But I have a list of 4 different platforms up there, including Coinbase, Bitpanda, eToro, and Binance. If you want to get involved, you can use those referral links, and the referral links work like the referral friend program. When you sign up using my referral links, it's not a guarantee that you want to purchase anything, or it's not mandatory that you purchase anything, but it allows you to navigate the sites a little bit more in depth. But if you decide that you want to purchase something and you spend $50 or more on any of these websites, they will offer you perks. And those perks and benefits that they offer you, they will in turn offer to me, as I am the referring client. So whether it's $20 cash back, $100 here, whatever it is, $100 off of trading fees, whatever it is they offer you, they'll offer me. And because I'm using 15 to 20% of my total gains to reinvest back in the platform on January 1st, 2026, which is an announcement I'll make. Like I said, last year I did it as well. I bought a G1X multi-effects processor for my guitar. I bought a coffee maker with it too, because I really love coffee. Yeah, if you'd like to do that and you want to get involved, that's the way it helps out with the channel. Okay, so 15 to 20% of my total gains will be reinvested directly back in the channel. A conversation we will have on January 1st, 2026. The last thing before we get started here, guys, is the second to last thing before we get started here is the easiest way to help me out with the channel, to help me grow this channel, is by subscribing to me across all platforms. Helping me grow my YouTube channel and helping me grow my Instagram page and helping me grow my Twitch and TikTok accounts will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel. And helping me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those other pages. So I ask that, if you want to help out the freest way possible, besides obviously subscribing and liking and commenting on my videos on YouTube, which is where I do the bulk of my stuff, subscribing to me across all platforms is the best and freest way to help out with the channel. So if you have a few seconds here and there, check me out. There's some stuff that is underdeveloped that I will spend time developing over the next couple of months, couple of years. It just takes time. Okay, I'm one person and I don't use AI to do it. I do my own thing. And yeah, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna get started here today. Just real quick reminder. Number one, I do curse on this channel. I say things like shit. Okay, I say things like fuck. And if those things bother you, and I'm going to tell you that in the beginning, if those things are really barriers for you to watch the program, you're saying, this is an actual obstacle, I cannot get past this obstacle in order for me to watch this channel. This channel and some of the people I may recommend may not be for you. I'll use Brandon Dion as an example. He curses, but he's an excellent teacher. He's hilarious, he's funny, and it's never a negative directed comment towards an individual or anything like that. So it's just funny stuff. But if cursing actually bothers you, this may not be the channel for you. Although I don't curse that much, it does happen. Okay. The second thing is I don't take requests. This channel is not, the live stream session is about us practicing and us getting better as musicians to move from the intermediate obviously to the virtuoso levels of guitar playing. This has nothing to do with, in my opinion, as of right now, I don't see the merit in playing just randomly, just sitting here and playing cover songs like I'm on a street corner. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. To me, it doesn't feel like it's going to help out this part of the channel in the way that I believe it should be helped out. That's not to say I won't change my mind in the future. That's just for me saying, as of right now, I don't see the merit in it. That could change. And the last thing, I always ask people to do this. If you have any questions throughout the Instagram, throughout the feed, throughout the live stream session, I'm okay with you asking questions. I will try to answer them in real time. But as I tell everyone, please refrain from asking any serious questions until the very end. If you want to say hello or you have a slight little comment here, I might make a comment here and there. But the reality is I miss things, okay? You know, I wear glasses. I don't wear glasses for no reason. I wear glasses. These are prescription glasses. So I can't see all the comments every time. So when you have a comment, if it's something that you think might take a little while to explain, I just ask that you wait to the very end to ask them. So let's get started here, guys. We're at 70 beats per minute. We're doing the exact same exercises that we did yesterday. So I hope that you were here. If you weren't able to join me, that is okay. Okay. We're going to get started right here with this exercise. This is the alternate spider picking pattern that we've done, and we're going to do it at 70 beats per minute. Because we need to get it perfectly. I'm hoping that we'll be able to do different exercises or do it more quickly as the weeks go on. So a couple problems there. It sounded clean. The problem I was having with it was that I skipped a couple of strings with my pick at a certain point, and when I started here, the problem was I could not get my brain to say move that ring finger. I don't know why that is. I think I just got to practice with it more before we keep moving up. But overall, it sounded pretty clean. It needs a ton of work. There's no question about that. That's one of my toughest exercises, which is why I do it at 70 beats per minute. It's because it's the one I am absolutely and objectively the worst at, period. That's okay. Okay, we're not here to get down on ourselves, but we are here to acknowledge the mistakes that we make so that we can correct them. That's the reason why we're here. And we're not going to play everything perfectly every single time, every single day of our lives. Our goal is to get as close to the 100% perfect as possible every single day. 100% being the ideal, but I don't think anybody, I think even the most accomplished guitar players will find a way to say it wasn't perfect. You know what I mean? Perfection is something we always aspire to get, but we never quite, I don't think anybody ever quite gets there every single moment of their life. So, but we aspire to that, okay? Don't get it twisted. I'm not saying don't go for the 100%. Every time you do an exercise, every time you do anything, go for 100%, okay? 100 beats per minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're doing the bite of the mosquito style, John Petrucci style exercise. John Petrucci, yeah, style exercise. Other than that very, very last one, which is usually one I struggle with the most, that was probably one of the better ones that I've ever done. I don't want to say the best because I can't compare it, but it did sound pretty good. So the slides were working pretty well. They all seemed in time. And I had a little problem with this one right here. Yeah, good stuff though. Good shit. We're going right into the alternate spider picking pattern from the 1st to 16 frets at 100 beats per minute. Again, if I am not enunciating enough for some of my international viewers, just comment that in the section. Just be like, I don't understand you, bro. And I will try to speak as slowly as I possibly can. I heard that was a bit of a comment a few weeks ago. So let's go. Again, we see that I'm struggling with, and I think a lot of it is because I get a little slippage here. I don't want to say it's because of my fat fingers, because my fingers on my fretting hand are working correctly. I'm struggling with these smaller picks, but you know, it's happening. So I got to work on that a little bit more. Now we're going to do the chromatic tapping exercise at 100 beats per minute, and this is an exercise where you can see, hopefully, that my fretting hand really isn't the issue. It's really my picking hand right now, at least for these exercises. Yeah. Alrighty, that was 100 beats per minute. You see, that one was perfect. It's perfect. I mean, for me, that was pretty the most perfectly I've done that exercise. But it's hard for me to say that because I'm usually pretty good at that exercise, which goes to show you that A, I need to increase the tempo, and B, at 100 beats per minute, my fretting hand really isn't the issue. So I really got to find some exercises that will help me focus on my picking techniques. Again, that's something we can go over in other sections of these songs. So right now we're going to work, or other sections of the live stream, which is what we're here to do. Work on these, work on our skill set, become better guitar players so that we can use our guitar as our principal instrument to make other things or make other songs on guitar, or to just get better just as a general rule of thumb. Now we're at 80 beats per minute, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to do the Brandon Dion exercise. Again, I recommend him. I recommend him every single day of my life. The guy is amazing. I think he's hilarious. However, he does curse on his channel, and I want to use that as a disclaimer because I know some people get really offended when people say curse words, okay? I use curse words on my channel, especially when I'm frustrated. If that is an issue for you, then this might not be the channel for you, but I hope that that's not a barrier for you. So again, I have the settings on YouTube set for, above, I think 21 and up or 18 and up. And the only reason I do that is because I curse and I advertise on the channel, more or less. So again, if those are an issue for you, I apologize in advance, but that's just how I talk. It's, that's not going to change at all. So I just wanted you to be aware of that. And Brandon Dion also curses on his channel. He's an incredible guitar teacher, so I hope that that's not the case for you. He's helpful to me, and hopefully this exercise will be helpful to you. So we're going to work on the sweep picking exercise at 80 beats per minute, 90 beats per minute, 100 beats per minute, And then we're going to go to sweep picking exercise number 1, which I hate because I'm terrible at it. So obviously, that's something we got to do. Usually, when you say that you hate working on something that's is gonna make you better, usually that's the thing you got to work on. You know what I mean? Let's get right to it. Again, the goal is to do better today than we did yesterday. So let's see if we can actually start good today. I don't know why I do that without the metronome. Yeah, we did it right. All the way 80 beats per minute. I'm so proud of myself. Dang. Give me some more of this coffee. Sometimes I get way too excited because I'm sitting in a room by myself, so I hype myself up sometimes. It's too much. You know what I mean? Let's go to the second position, or second tempo at 90 beats per minute and do the same thing. Let's see if we can have the same success. Hey, 90 sounded good too. Oh man, is it working good? I'm having a good day as far as those first two go. I'm happy about that. But again, it's consistency. I have to have more days where these consistency saying there's more times where it works out that I get as close, if not 100% every time, than not. Just hitting 100% every time, unless you're a robot. Even robots get it wrong. So, I don't know. See if we can keep that consistency up at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. I can't say 100 beats per minute. I did, fuck up a few times, but at the same time, it was like, it sounded a lot more fluid. So that I would chalk that up to, as what Borat would say, great success. That is the last time I will do a Borat accent on this channel, probably. 100 beats per minute. We're going back to 80 beats per minute. We're going to do sweep picking exercise number 1. I promised you guys as well, and I did this. I found the Melodies music. I know Groovy Chew. Shout out to you, Groovy Chew. I think it's if I'm pronouncing it correctly. I did a. I went into Melodies music channel. I didn't record it myself, but the exercise you were asking me for today, I do have it loaded up. I have it locked and loaded on another tab. And I will copy and paste that into the link when we get to the licks of the week so that you will have that actual exercise, okay? And I'm going to be doing it myself too, but as I'm not completely comfortable with doing it, I'm not completely comfortable doing it. I have to wait until I have worked up enough of the guts to do it. So it'll happen this week at some point, I'm sure. 80 beats per minute, sweep picking exercise numero uno. And I do know that dos and no are 2 numbers, but. 90 beats per minute. We have some issues there. There's no disputing that. Again, it's the exercise I hate the most because it's the sweep picking exercise I hate the most because hate's a strong word. It's the dislike the most. I strongly dislike the most because I know it makes me look stupid on the internet. But again, we're not here to look good. We're here to get good. You know what I mean? So let's go. 90 beats per minute, same exercise. And you sounded better. I'm still getting a lot of slippage from my pick because I have sweaty hands. And as annoying as it is, ain't nothing I can do about that except for get some chalk or something. Somebody was talking about getting picks with better grips. And it's not particularly pick specific, although it might be a little bit more specific to this pick because this pick is a very slippery pick. But at the same time, I had the same problems with the bigger picks too. I just have sweaty hands. So ain't no stopping that. That's physiological. You know what I'm talking about? Now that we finished that up at 100 beats per minute, ladies and gentlemen, do y'all know what we're going to do next? You guessed it. We're doing the scales. Ladies and gentlemen, we're finished with that. We know that 80 beats per minute, 90 beats per minute need work, which means we can't really advance until we get those up there. Every YouTuber, every content creator, every person who I've asked that's a guitar player that's better than me, I've asked, and they've all said the same thing. Moving up more quickly than what you're ready for on sweeping exercise is dumb because it just takes an understanding that both of these hands have to work in conjunction with one another. They have to work together, and you have to get those right at the slower tempos. Just do, okay? So we're at 100 beats per minute. I'm sorry for those of you who were asking questions in the middle of this, and I wasn't able to get to them yet because I'm toggling back between two different screens. I've been on the metronome screen for the last 10 minutes. As of right now, we're going to get right into the, we're going to get right into the scale section. Again, we're doing the D, at least for the rest of this week, we're doing the D major scale and the D sharp, E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute, at which point we're taking the tempo down under, which is a terrible Australian accent for saying we're taking it down 5 beats per minute to do the minor pentatonic equivalent. So we're doing the D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute, and then we're doing the D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute as well. Let's go. Or as they say, let go. Okay, I'm going to toggle back to the screen just to see if I had any questions, comments, concerns, you know what I'm saying? So, all right, let's get right to this, guys. I'm thankful. Thank you so much for joining me here today, guys. Let's continue to keep pushing forward with these exercises. I hope that you will continue to stay with us even through the boring shit, okay? We're at 105 beats per minute today, guys. Again, we're doing the D major scale. Let's see if we can start that correctly. So. First position, let's go. Second position, D major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, D sharp, E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, also. Yeah. Fourth position, D major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position. Fifth position, my bad. D major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, D major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, D major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Again, if you have to take the tempo down, guys, this isn't about doing the best job at 105 beats per minute if you can't do it at 105 beats per minute. If you have to take the tempo downward to 95 or 90 or 80 or 70 to do it better at those tempos, by all means, take it down, okay? Your sixth position? Yeah, we're in seventh position. Think. Yes. Seventh position, D major scale, 105 beats per minute. Let's go. position or the octave position of the D major scale, my bad, at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. I don't know why I kept it on this screen. I should be on this main screen. That's crazy. Now we're going to get right into the D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. We're starting in first position after I get a cup of coffee. Let's go. All right. Thank you guys for joining me again today. I love it. Welcome, guys. Thanks for joining me. Let's get right into the second position of the D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Third position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute, guys. If you got to take the tempo down, as I said before, you can go ahead and do that, okay? Fourth position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Sixth position, my bad. D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Seventh position, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go. And finally, the eighth position of the octave position of the D major, D sharp E flat major scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Now, ladies and gentlemen, now that we finished that up, we finished with the eighth position. Yep. Now we're going right into the minor pentatonic equivalents, okay? If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. It is very helpful and it's free. It's at no cost to you, okay? And if you want the like and mood, why don't you go ahead and subscribe to me across all platforms. I'm currently available on Instagram, Facebook, Twitch, and TikTok. Although I don't really use my Twitch account because I'm going to try to live stream doing OBS across all those platforms, do multiple, what do you call it? Cross-platformational streaming. So in any case, guys, let's get it going full steam. We're at 100 beats per minute. We're going to do the D minor pentatonic scale first in all 6 positions, 6 being the octave position of the 5-tone scale, that is the pentatonics. And then we're going to do the D sharp E flat minor pentatonic scale. Again, all 6 positions, 6 being the octave position. Again, if you have to take down the tempo, it's all good because taking down the tempo, it helps you learn the scale better. That's what you should do, okay? If you're going to play through something, do it right. You know what I mean? Let's get it going. Yeah. First position, D sharp, D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Second position, D minor pentatonic scale at 105 beats per minute. Let's go. Now let's get right into the third position of the D minor pentatonic scale. What's up, my man? I have to hit this on pause real quick. I hit this on pause. My guy, I gotta say thank you, bro. Thank you. I saw that you donated to the channel. I did shout you out. I hope that that's okay. I shouted you out on Facebook and on the app, on the Coffee app. as well as on YouTube. I hope that's okay with you. I was saying this earlier. I got to get back to the scales, but I was saying this earlier. You've now become a part of my YouTube building story because you're the first person who's ever donated to the channel. And for me, that was a huge deal. It was a huge deal because it was like, for the first time, I received compensation for doing something that I absolutely love to do. And that made me feel so good, bro. And it's also the fact that it was the first time it happened. You're part of that story now. So I just wanted to say thank you personally for doing that. And I hope that that's okay that I shouted you out. I know some people are a little iffy about, yeah, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that. You're part of this my YouTube building story now because you're the first person who's ever donated to the channel. And I want to say from the bottom of my heart, I'm so thankful for that. But also get ready to work because we're working on guitar today. No tomorrow. So let's go, baby. Let's go. We're in the second position of the. I do what I can, man. I hope that I continue to keep progressing with you. At the very least, I hope that I can show you some kind of consistency. As you could tell, well, people who were here at the very beginning of the channel, you could tell my voice was a little raspy. I'm dealing with a little bit of a midsummer cold. Not like a cold, but it's like, I don't know what you call it. I'm just not good in the nasal congestion situation, so I'm dealing with that. So it happens. I'm here. We're working. Let's get to work. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to put on this metronome again. We're at 100 beats per minute, guys. Again, we started with the D minor pentatonic scales. We just finished first position. I'm going to go through second position again. Oh, no, I did second position. Now we're going to go to third position. My bad. Yeah. Third position. D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Let's go. Metronome is important, man. It's really important. I tell this to people all the time. Keeping a metronome is very important. The reason why I don't use a standard tuner is because my tuner is broken, and I use this as a metronome normally, but it doesn't work. So I have to purchase a new one at some point soon, hopefully before the end of this or the beginning of this new month. So yeah, playing with a metronome, playing in tuners are very simple. So my guitar is basically tuned to itself, so it's tuned in tune to itself, but there may be some sharps and flats there for sure. A couple cents sharp and flat for sure. Fourth position, D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Fifth position, guys. We're at the fifth position of the D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position or the octave position of the minor pentatonic, the D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. And now we're going to finish up these scales, guys, with doing the D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scales at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Okay. First position.
Second position, D sharp, E flat, minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. There we go. I'm having trouble with that pinky, doing that 1/4 stretch with the pinky, or that hard. It's a hard stretch to do. Third position, D sharp, E flat, minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. Fourth position, D sharp, E flat, minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. There we go. Fifth position, D minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute, guys. Let's go. And finally, the sixth position, of the octave position of the D sharp, E flat minor pentatonic scale at 100 beats per minute. Let's go. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting to the section of today's music, of today's live stream practice session that is going to suck because we have to do the augmented. We have to do yesterday we did the major chords. So we're not doing the major chords today. We're doing the seventh chords, which just sucks because it's just not fun. They're chords. They're not fun because I'm worse at them. I always say that. The things that are fun for me are things that I look good and look cool at doing. The things that are not fun for me, when I say they're not fun, it's usually stuff that's just either boring or I'm just shit at them. So yeah, we got to find the note first, and then we got to do the E7, the D seventh chords, D minor seventh chords, followed by the D sharp, E flat seventh chords, and the D sharp, E flat minor seventh chords. And everybody know that sucks because there's no substitution for it. There's nothing you can really do to replace it. It's an exercise. I mean, learning and memorizing these chords is an absolute must as a guitar player, even as piano players and people who play instruments that you can have chords. You can play chords to, string instruments as well. included. Like, I don't know, violin, you play 2-3 notes at the same time. You might. I'm not sure. Anyway, yeah, it's important. It's really important stuff. So we're going to play Find the Note. Again, Find the Note is an exercise I learned from Joe Satriani. He's a very, very famous guitar player, graduate of Berklee College of Music in Boston, I believe, like Dream Theater, like John Mayer. Well, John Mayer dropped out, but very famous guitar players have gone to that school and have gone on to do great things. But he was talking about how with one of the students, he was saying if you are at this level, you should be able to find any note across the board. However, between now and the end of the year, we're only doing natural notes, okay? So we're only doing A, B, C, D, E, F, and G. We're not going to be doing A sharps or B flats or anything of that nature. So no sharps and flats for now. We're just going to do the major or the natural notes. So we're starting with D. And again, as I've said before, whatever you find below the 12th fret, if you add 12 to that number, you will find its octave position on the same string. So like, for instance, we're at 10. That's where the D is. To find its octave position, you add 12 to that note, and you get its octave position above the 12th fret. Similarly, if you start above the 12th fret, whatever that number is, if you're at 22, we'll say, you must subtract 12 from that number, and you will find its octave, its lower octave equivalent on the same string. So you subtract 12 from 22, and you get 10. And that's how we do that. It works the same technique. It works on every string. It is music theory. So for those of you who have not seen this before, by all means, understand that's what it is. That's just music theory. Adding 12 and taking away 12 will help you find the octave position. Yeah, it's not that I'm hating on jazz chords. I hate on it because I'm just like terrible at them. But I usually have the tendency to do that. I think other people do that. But some things, like there's a technique in math called busting the bees. I don't know if you know what that is. It's where you're converting, exponents into like polynomials or whatever. And I used to hate doing that. Busting the bees is what they call it. It's when you have like a giant thing and then you got to put them in parentheses. I used to hate doing that, but I'm pretty good at them. I got really good at them, and I started to love them afterwards. So it turns out a lot of exercises that you used to hate, you learn to love because you work so hard at it. You're like this. It gets closer and closer to your heart. So to be fair, I may hate these chords now. To be fair, I may actually learn to love these chords. So usually for me, that's how my brain works. Sometimes if I work on something really hard, it gets even closer. Like I get closer to it because it's like I put everything into that thing and I finally learn it. It's like, it's mine now. You know what I mean? I don't know how else to describe it. It's like, it works like that with me in math and like learning stuff, like especially the stuff I hate to learn ends up usually being the stuff that I love. So crazy. It's psychology for you. Let's go. Yeah, me a jazz guy. Let's see that happen. What were we doing? Find the note. We're with the D. So we're at 10 and 22 on the bottom E string, which is fate would have it. Well, not fate, it's really math. But on the top E string, it's that the spacing is identical. Not just the spacing, it's at 10 and 22 on the bottom E string as well, or the top E string, or the high E string, however you want to refer to it. So we go back to the bottom E string, wherever it's 10 and 22 on the bottom E string. Then when we go to the A string, you know we're at 5 and 17. Again, you add 12 to 5, and you get 17. Similarly, if you subtract 5 from 17, you get 12. See how that works? You can do it over and under, depending. Over the 12th fret or under the 12th fret. You subtract or add 12, depending on which direction you're going, will give you its octave equivalent. So we're back to 10 and 22 on the bottom E string. And we're at 10 to 22 on the top E string. And I get that there are other methods to figure this stuff out. None of which I know off the top of my head, but if you would like, I will look it up and I will make sure I learn it for one of these sessions. Now we're on the B string, which means we're at 3 and 15. We're at frets 3 and 15 on the bottom E string. On the B string, my bad, shawty. Now we're at 10 and 22 on the bottom D string. And 10 and 22 on the low E string. And then we're at 5 and 17 on the A string. Then when we get to the D string, we already know that the string is in D. And since you play that string open to get the D note from that, we consider open, at least in tablature, 0. So you add 12 to the number 0, and you get 12. Which is why on the D string we play open and 12. Now we're back to 5 and 17 on the bottom E string, on the A string, my bad. And back to 10 and 22 on the A string, on the E string. And 10 and 22 on the top E string, or the high E string. I should start saying high and low because that makes more sense. But I always forget to. I don't know why. 3 and 15 on the B string. Then we got to go to the G string, and we know that's at 7. And you add 12 to 7, and you get 19. So when you hit that 7, you know that its counter equivalent is that, or its octave equivalent is that 19. So we go open and 12 on the D string, frets open and 12 on the D string. Now back to 5 and 17 on the A string. Now back to 10 and 22. Frets 10 and 22 on the bottom E string. Then I finish up like this. I don't know why I really like doing that. I really like doing it. Key of these two notes on the F major back here. So, oh my God. Let me see if I can show this to you, my people, friends, colleagues. I don't want to say students because we're all learning this stuff together. I hesitate to sit here and consider myself a teacher because I'm not. I just work on this stuff, and the idea of these practices, like I've said before, is so that we get better as a collective. So anyway, these are the chords we're doing today. I don't know if you have a screen open for those. We're doing these as well as, well, I guess I got to turn it around so you can see the top ones. I'm here too. So we can see those. Yeah, I hope so. I don't know if I'm a good teacher. I know that I work really hard, and that's all I knows. That's all I knows. So we're going to get right to these chords. These are the 7th chords. Obviously, these are my least favorite ones because they make me look terrible on the internet because I'm really terrible at these chords, and that's okay. I just want to let everybody know I make myself look bad on the internet so that you don't have to. You're welcome, world. Welcome. Anyway. We're going to do the 7th chords, followed by the D 7th chords, followed by the D minor 7th chords. And then we're going to do the D sharp, E flat 7th chords, followed by the D sharp, E flat minor 7th chords. As I said before, and I'll say it again, D sharp and E flats. Those chords are, those notes are sonically identical. Okay? They're sonically identical, just like, most of these things. When you see the sharp and its relative flat, it's the same thing. Okay? In this particular case, it just happens to be we're talking about E sharp, D sharp, and E flat. They're sonically identical. If you're using sheet music, you're going to see them they're in the key of sharps. You're going to see it raised up. You're going to see it in the key of flats. You're going to see it raised down or drop down with the little flat sign to it. That's just all that it is. Okay, I can explain that to you more in more detail if you'd like. There's not really a whole lot to explain there. It's just music. I don't know what to say. Some notes, they'll call them different things, but it's still an apple, still an apple. It's the same thing. So let's get started with the D7 chords. We're going to do the melody chords, the inside chords, the rhythm chords, followed by the bottom 4 string chords. Then we'll switch to the D minor 7th chords. And as one of my teachers used to say, etc., etc. He was not American. It's okay. I'm just saying it was funny the way he said it. So, yeah, music theory. That's all that is. It's music theory. It's basic music theory, but it's still music theory. Every sharp has a relative flat. Every scale has a relative key. It is what it is. Anyway, melody chords, D7 chords. Let's get after it. This part sucks, guys, but it has to get done. It's got to get done. Again.
Yep, you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. Groovy Chew, you right, dog. You get it. You're so smart. You're the best. Yeah, you get it. You understand it, dude. You understand a little bit about music theory, which is cool because it's awesome to see some of these people, some of you guys understanding what it is we're trying to do here, and you're understanding like some of the concepts. If you have any questions about explanations, I would love to explain those things to you in a deeper email or maybe a chat of some sort. But let's get right to these inside chords right here. We're doing the D7th inside chords. Let's go. Again. One more again. Let's get right to these rhythm chords, guys. Let's get it going full steam. Good job, man. Good. See, and some of the times when you see these, you get to understand like just the shifting of one or two fingers. Sometimes you have to tell your brain to do it. It's basically a similar shape, but just with the shifting of different fingers across the fretboard. And once you understand how to work in that dexterity, your fingers are basically doing like, I like to call it like your fingers are almost doing ballet across the fretboard. And the more you play songs, the more like you can feel the fluidity happen. Like I can feel it happening now with me learning these chords, even though I'm still kind of, for lack of a better term, I'm still kind of shit at these chords, but it is what it is. Now the bottom four string chords that sound a little something like this right here. Let's go.
Now we're going right to the minor seventh chords. Let's go right to them before I start noodling around my guitar and not doing what we're supposed to be doing. Let's get right to it, guys. We're at the D minor seventh chords. We're doing the melody chords first, so let's get it going. Let's go. One last time, guys. Let's finish this up real quick. Let's get these last little chords here on the inside chord, doing the inside chords. We got a little bit longer to go, guys. We got 15 more minutes left to finish up these chord studies. Just stick with me, bear with me, and we'll get to the fun stuff, okay? Fun stuff for me is obviously learning licks of the week and obviously working on solos and things of that nature. That's always the most fun for me. Inside chords, D minor seventh inside chords. I don't know, this one's really hard for me to do. Let's go again. Then this one that I'm not so good at. Now that we finished up the D minor seventh inside chords, we're going right into the rhythm chords, okay? Again, I would normally recommend this book, but this book was written in the 1970s, and I can almost swear to you that there have been different versions of this book put out. The only thing I can suggest to you is the Guitar Grimoire version of it, which is the books that I recommend to people on a regular basis. No, I don't have an Amazon affiliate link for that at the moment because I'm not with that program, because I don't have enough subscribers just at the moment, and I want to just bring people in before I start, hawk and prod. So, let's get right to it, guys. These are the rhythm chords, D minor seventh, in case that wasn't clear before. I said no playing. I was too high up in the saddle right there. There it is, right here. Oh man, I want to play that with my. That's like a John Mayer thing to do. If you had played with that instead of my other finger. But I'm not gonna do that. I'll play with these. Okay, let's go back down again. The reason I said John Mayer earlier is because he usually, if you've ever seen him play, he plays a lot. I don't know if Stevie Ray Vaughan plays this way, but Stevie Ray Vaughan was John Mayer's biggest influence. And if you're ever playing a rhythm chord or any chord that requires you to skip the A string, oftentimes you will see some of these players play with their thumb. And I've been playing John Mayer's songs for such a long time, or like working on it because he's one of my favorite influencers as far as like guitar players go and songwriters go. I just subconsciously use my thumb a lot when I'm, doing that same, doing those kind of stretches. So let's get right into the bottom 4 string chords before I start talking nonsense. Oh, yeah, that's right. Hendrix did use his thumb. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, he did. He did. I didn't, he did a bunch of weird things. Like he restrung a right-handed guitar to play left-handed. Like, that's crazy. I recently found out, this isn't important. This has nothing to do with anything. But we're going to get right into the D sharp, E flat, major, D sharp, E flat 7 chords and D sharp, E flat minor 7 chords. But real quick, I was told that the Jimi Hendrix Experience, the band, I don't know if this is true. I saw this on a YouTube video, so I guess you have to take it with a grain of salt. But him and his band were apparently paid only $18,000 to play Woodstock, which was one of the Woodstock is one of the most well-known musical events to have ever happened in history. And him and his band, and I think Janis Joplin and Creedence Clearwater Revival, I think they were all paid each $18,000 a piece, and that concert made a ton of money. So I don't know if that's true or if they were saying that was the equivalent of what they got paid, but that's crazy. Not that it matters. It just saw Hendrix and that just popped into my mind. Scatterbrain. Let's get right to this. We're almost finished, guys. We got about 10-15 minutes here. We're going to finish up quickly with the D sharp, E flat 7 chords. If you need to see a look at them, if you need to take a look at them, if you don't have a screen open, I guess you could probably maybe take a screenshot of that. Maybe that'll be helpful to you. Okay. And the rhythm chords are obviously at the top here for the D sharp, E flat, minor pentatonic 7th or minor 7th chords. My bad. Again, it says E flat, but again, as we've said before, as I've noted before, and I will say it again, E flat and D sharp are identical sonically. The positions are played identically. It's just the notation that's different. If you're in the key of flats, you're going to play E flat. If you're in the key of sharps, you're going to play D sharp. Is what it is. Music theory. Let's go. 18K is wild. For the Jimi Hendrix experience, I would have loved to have been at that concert. I'm sure most people on planet Earth, if you like that kind of music, that concert would have been crazy. Anyway, yeah, let's get right to the E7 chords. I was thinking in my head about breakdowns because there's a specific riff played in those types of songs. I'll talk about this at another point. But there's a specific point in these songs from the 70s and 60s and 70s that was like the equivalent of what people would call the drop today. And it's in a bunch of songs, and I heard it when I was at the gym, and it just made me laugh by myself really hard because I was like, wow, that must have been like the equivalent of what is people call the drops in music today. So anyway, we're doing the melody chords, D sharp, E flat 7 chords. Let's go. Is that fine? Again. Now let's go right to the E7th, the D sharp, E flat 7th chords and the inside chords. This is the last one. Well, if we can get it right. Now let's get right into the rhythm chords, the D sharp, E flat 7th rhythm chords. Let's go. If I can get it right. Why is this not working with why is my hand not working? Oh, because this is 3, this is 4. Stupid. Dumb. There it is.
Yeah, man, I will. I promise you. I promise you I'll do that. Turn up the YouTube video or tune. Yeah, I'll try to turn it up, man. I'll turn up my guitar for now. I'm using my OBS. I'm going to use my OBS. Let me show you this. It's not important that I show you now, but let me see if I can take this out. I have an M Audio sort of, well, this is not working. I'll show it to you now so that you can see it. I have an audio interface. Okay, I haven't used it because I haven't tried my OBS yet, and that will make it so much easier for people to hear this. So I apologize. Is it the sound quality that's just trash? Is that what it is? I assume that that's what it is. I'll wait for your commentary here. Anyway, let me see if I can finish up this real quick. So we're here. Oh yeah, I'll do that. It's just not working out. One last time. Yeah, dude, I got you, bro. I got you, dude. I'm gonna make sure I turn up these chords. Said to tune them. Is that what you said? Is it just because it sounds a little bit out of tune? Because I have a tuner here, it just doesn't work very well. I've just been tuning it to itself. So I apologize for that. I do need to use the YouTube tuner. Yeah, I don't know how to do that right this second. So I'll probably have to finish the session with it a little bit out of tune. Is that okay? Is it so far out of whack that I need to redo it now? Okay, yeah. No, okay. I'll do that right now so we can finish this up. I'm gonna need a couple minutes here, guys, so I can just work on this real quick. Not work on this, but I can just use the YouTube tuner. Let me just do this real quick. Give me 2 minutes. Hold on a second, guys, because if it's too out of tune, and again, I just use the YouTube tuner at the moment because I haven't used my OBS because I have I have all the things I need to use this to tune. It's just I'm thinking I'm having an issue right here. This needs to be completely fixed. So let's see what I can do here. I'll try to do this really quick. Okay. I need a minute here. Let me see if I can do this without. Is this going to play commercials? I bet it is. It sure is. For a minute and 60-second video, they're playing commercials. That's crazy. That's crazy, guys. My bad. Do this little pause here so I can tune the guitar a little bit so that it is less annoying. I'm going to tune it the best I can right now. When I get off YouTube, I'm going to actually probably just change my strings and then retune it that way. But again, yeah, I was out of tune. There we go. Uh-oh. My bad. Thank you for getting at me after that. That's important too. I appreciate this is another reason why it's important that I have other things. Yeah, my bad. Now we're here, guys. Things sound better. I think it sounds a little bit better. I'm gonna have to rechange my strings tomorrow because for some reason my E string, the more I go up the fretboard, the less in tune it gets. I apologize for that. Thank you. This is why I love having a chat. It's because it's like you can tell me in real time when I'm making mistakes or things are not sounding right. Like this is important stuff. Thank you so much for getting at me for that. I got it. I think hopefully it'll stay in tune. We're gonna get this figured out. Okay. We're gonna finish up with these chords. Okay. Again, if it gets out of tune again, I can't promise that I will see it and be able to make those changes again real quickly, but I think I'm good to go. Okay. Thanks, man. I appreciate you. Yeah, let's get right into the bottom 4 string chords of the D sharp, E flat 7 chords. Let me get it right to it. Let me see if I can do this correctly. 2, 3, bottom 4 string chords. There we go. There we go. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. Thank you for helping me out here. Good job, bro. Let's see, oh, right here. Oh man, I gotta go back to this now. Now we're going to do the E minor 7th chords, guys. Again, that's why I hesitate to call me a teacher. I prefer to say colleagues because, you know, I'm learning this stuff with you. You know what I mean? Like I'm an intermediate guitar player. I make mistakes. I have mistakes like with tuning being out of tune, things of that nature. So if you hear something that sounds weird, doesn't sound correct, or I said something that may be confusing, don't hesitate to stop me and be like, hey, what do you mean? Or, oh, did you mean this? Or what have you. I don't take personal offense to it because, like as I said before, we're just trying to get better as a collective. So if you have things that will contribute to, even if it's something just as simple as tuning, or maybe things that I can do that are free, that don't take too long to do, by all means, please interject as quickly as possible so that we can do that and then move forward as a group. Okay, so let's get right into the excuse me, the minor 7th chords. We're doing the E flat, D sharp, E flat minor 7th chords, starting with the melody chords. Okay.
That's not right. We're right here. Then right here. There we go. You're about to get your little brother his first amp. Oh, that's awesome, man. Do you know what kind of amp you're going to get? While we're talking about that, I'm going to do work on these inside chords. I have an orange micro Terra amp with a small 15-watt head, but that cost me like $350. But it was worth it because I like orange. It's the all-black version, though, too, so it's pretty cool. I'm not going to lie. It's pretty cool. Okay, here we are. These are the inside chords, guys. Let's try and get these right. These ones are so hard. One last time. Then right here. Here. I struggle with that stretch too, guys, so don't be upset with yourself if you can't get it, because I can't get it. I've been working on these minor 7 chords for at least 4 or 5 weeks now, so. Oh, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. You've given away, okay. Okay. That's sick, dude. That's really cool. That is super cool, bro. That's really cool. And so your little brother doesn't have one? Is that what it is? Your little brother doesn't have an amp? That's crazy. And I don't mean that in that dismissive way that they say, like, on the internet, when people are like, damn, that's crazy. Like, they don't care about the story. Like, I'm invested in this. Like, I remember when I got my first amp. I remember when I got my first guitar. Well, technically, I got both at the same time. It was for Christmas when I was 7 years old. So, I mean, it was a big day. I celebrate milestones in my personal life. Like, a milestone today was for my professional life was, getting donations for the channel. It was the biggest thing that's ever happened to me, from thanks to you, Groovy Chew, and it was really awesome. Like, I celebrate these milestones, and so hopefully this will be something for him that allows him to appreciate music. I love it. That's dope, man. That's dope. People helping people, man. I love it. I love it. Let's get right into these rhythm chords, guys. We're almost finished here. Is this the one? Oh, that's not right. It's here. There it is. And then the last one is. in here. Here we go. Let's go again. Oh, shit. I forgot this one. Now let's get right to these bottom 4-string chords, guys. Let's see if we can get this finished up right here. I think I'm almost done embarrassing myself on the internet so that you don't have to, because now we finished with the chords, or at least the chords that I've described as the hardest things for me to do and also the most boring part of the activities that we're doing. Now we can move on to the lick of the week, guys. I am so lucky. Thank you so much for joining me today. If you haven't done so already, please go ahead and like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Groovy Chew, I think, is that how you pronounce it, or is that how you would pronounce it, Groovy Chew? I'm just going to say this. I didn't do the song that you asked me to do yesterday, but I found the link from Meloday's music. I'm going to post that in the description so that you can see it, so that the rest of you can have it and play along with it. As I tell everyone, I'm a big fan of people helping people. Like when I find an influencer or would work on a lick of the week, I tell everyone to go subscribe to the channel, at the very least like and watch the videos, or whether it's an Instagram channel or a Facebook page I found or whatever. I want to do that because I want people to continue to help them grow their channels too, because I want these people to know that they make us better by us watching their channels, by us getting better as a collective. Like I said, these sessions are practice sessions, so what I want people to do is subscribe to their channels too if you can. Show them love, and if you don't want to subscribe to their channels just yet, at least watch their videos, maybe like their videos if you can. It is very, very helpful. It is extremely helpful, so I ask people to do that because we want them to get better preference. We want them to get the better preferential treatments and the algorithms on the sites and the platforms that they're on. We also want them to continue to, after you get preferential treatment, it incentivizes them to continue to put out content. And this content helps us get better as a collective. So that's what we're doing. So anyway, this one is from, obviously this one is from, we're doing the Meloday's music one and the one from Antonio Visario, I think is his name. Italian influencer. Did I copy and paste? This one's from Meloday's music. My bad. Let me just make sure I have all these correct. Thanks, man. You're the best. Only sub to my channels. Forget everybody else. They all suck. No, I'm kidding. I can make that joke. If you watch my channel, like, I'm an idiot, so it's all good. You know what I mean? Anyway, this first one is from, I believe, is from Antonio Visetto, and the second one is from Meloday's music. So I'm going to start with the Antonio Visario one. And again, I'm going to play through this twice. So again, he'll get his 2 listens for today. And if you open the link, you can see that he's playing it on, he's got the tabs up there. So you can do this with me. I'm not doing this against the metronome just yet. So we're going to just keep working on this exercise. And like I said before, it's not important just to learn this and memorize this. It's also important to memorize different positions of the fretboard. And all you have to do is literally add 1 to each number on the tabs, or subtract 1 for every number on the tab, which basically equates to sliding up 1 fret or sliding down 1 fret, and you playing the exact same intervals, and it gives you the same thing.
It is literally that simple. And I probably explained it in a more complicated manner than it actually needs to be, because it's really, to be fair and to be frank, it's not that complicated. It's very, very, very easy. Okay. So 7. So we're starting with this. It says, let's see. Now that we have it kind of memorized, we can kind of I can kind of show you what it's like when you move it up the fretboard. So, and the reason why you need to have these is because whenever you're playing against a backing track or learning, playing with a group, having these little nuggets, these little golden nuggets in your pocket are really, really great, especially when you're trying to figure out, when you're playing with a band for the first time and you want to solo, you want to impress, you want to have some of these skills in your pocket. It's very helpful to have, okay? It can help you. It's like a vocabulary word that helps you enhance your speech writing. Same concept applies for music. And I've also made the argument that music is its own language. It's written, it's spoken, and people across the world understand it. So it's notated. So again, let me try to show this to you again. So this is what it sounds like in its original form, which is this. Or the original key that it was shown at by Antonio Alfonso. We're going to move it up a half step, so it'll sound like this. Move it up another half step, it sounds like this. Same fingering, spacing's exactly the same. You're just moving everything up one half step. By just adding 1, if you see the tabs in front of you, if you add 1 to every one of these individual numbers, so if you add 1 to 7, you get 8, you add 1 to 5, you get 6, you get another 6, then you get another 8 that goes to 9, a 7 that goes to 8, a 6 that goes to 7, and so on and so forth. Add 1 to any of those numbers, and that's how you get its identical counterpart in step up or half step down, okay? So... Does that make sense to everyone? If it doesn't make sense, I can try to explain that further in a message, a private message, maybe using my Instagram page if you prefer. But yeah, it's really that simple, guys. It's just literally adding, like if you see the tabs in front of you, if you add 1 to every one of those numbers, it gives you the half step up. If you subtract every 1 from every one of those numbers, it gives you a half step down. And so on and so forth. You can add 1 or 2 or 3 or 4, obviously, until you have no more fretboard to run into. So if you want to play it down, so it says like, so down it would sound like this. Again, down again would be. At a certain point, you have no more fretboard. So, you know what I mean? Let's do this Melodies Music one. I will play the one that he actually did so that you can hear it for yourself. Yeah. If any of that is confusing to any of you, by all means, please go ahead and let me know. I will. Yeah. It's nursty. It is a nursty one. I'll tell you that much. It's nursty. This is what it sounds like from Melodies Music. And it's obviously going to sound better when he plays it because not only is he playing it on the classical guitar, he's fucking dope, man. The guy is dope. He creates dope coffee music. If you like coffee house music, it's dope. This is what it sounds like. So you gotta get that stank face. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Y'all feeling this shit. This shit's crazy. Let's get it one more time. You know what I mean? That's fire. So I try to learn these riffs because they're fun. Now, can I play it? This is why I didn't post it, because I can't play it that quickly and I can't play it that soulfully like this guy is. He's great. He's fun to watch. He puts together riffs that are appealing to the ears. It's great. You don't have to be the most technical guitar player to be the best, the most well-known musician. Most well-known musicians aren't the greatest guitar players. So most well-known guitar players are not the best. They just create dope stuff. They know how to make stuff that makes people feel things. And that makes me feel stuff in my heart. Why did this go down to 69 instead of 70 beats per minute? That's stupid. All right, my bad. So I'm going to run through this exercise a few times to try to get it right, because I've been working on it for a while, and I'd like to post it at some point this week. But, you know, that doesn't always work out in my favor. I always say 1 week, and then it turns into like 6 months. So. All right, so now that you guys have that, again, or that I've finished working on that, I'm going to go work on the ABC Polyphia riff, which I love doing, but I also hate doing because I'm on the internet and people are going to judge me. And I got to get better at this because I really love this riff and I want to be done with it. But I got to motivate myself to do this because it's like, shit, I got to do it. But it's at the same time, you can't get better unless you keep working on stuff and then complete it, obviously. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to work on this for a few minutes. I'm going to work on the solo again. I try to get it done by the end of this month. It's not looking like it's going to happen because if I'm going to post something up there that I post, especially a cover song, it's not going to be a shit song. Like I'm going to kill it. Okay. And that's what I'm going to put up there. If I was putting up a Blink-182 song, I would have that done today. You know, all the small things. Like these riffs aren't hard. So it's like, is this a key? Like it's not hard stuff. Like at this level, you should be able to play stuff like that. Real simple. For me, it's real simple. Okay, I don't want to judge anybody for where you are in your guitar playing journey, but you know, I could have that up in a month. But Polyphia is it's a different monster. It's a different monster entirely. It's like the final boss, and like fighting Bowser at the last castle in like Mario. I've never seen it. I've never been to that castle. I don't even know what that's like. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Crazy. All right, guys. I'm ready for the judgment. I'm ready for the comments. I'm going to work really hard on this, and I'm doing my best. Just know that I've done my best, okay? Doing my best. I gotta toggle back to this main screen real quick before. Shit. All right. I'll toggle back to this main screen so that it does not shut off on me.
get right onto that solo. Quick, I'm getting like a blister because I've been working on this so hard. Again, the other reason why I practice these things online and I don't mind embarrassing myself is because I want other people to understand that, and I want people, the other thing about this collectivity thing is that I want people to understand that when you see people play some of this stuff online, there might be 3 or 4% of the people you see online that are so good at just playing riffs, but you only see the final product. You don't see the minutes, the hours, the seconds they spent putting into that. Some of these videos, they'll spend a half year on. Don't let them fool you by sitting there saying, oh, I killed this riff in 14 days. Unless you're in the top 5% of guitar players on planet Earth, it's bullshit. So I want people to understand. And some people are virtuosos, don't get me wrong. Some people are great, but I want people to just understand like what it takes to get into this, what it takes to work on these riffs, especially when we only have an hour and a half a day to dedicate, 2 hours a day to dedicate to this thing. I want people to see this for what it is. To explain how. Yeah, tons of harmonies, bro. I think I understood what you said. I'm not sure. Could you explain how much? Look for a second. Harmonies, man. Harmonies, dog. Tons of them. Intervals. That's intervals. You can study intervals. Minor second, major second, perfect fourths, perfect fifths, things of that nature. We can go over that at some point, I'm sure. Because I have a basic understanding of it because I played in an orchestra. But again, I didn't go to school for music. I played in bands before. I played in orchestras before, so I kind of have a general idea as to what that is. I'm going to finish up this solo. We're going to work on the solo a little bit at 100 beats per minute, and we're going to try to crush it, obviously, as we always try to do. Hopefully I'll do good, and then we'll get right into the finishing up this with the backing tracks and the solos. Okay? Let me just hear if I can get this again. I gotta turn it down a little bit because it's killing my ears. I've got to check this out later to see if the tuning's a little bit different, but it just sounds off to me. It is bugging me. It's gonna be a little flat. It just is.
play that more, but I don't have time because we've been working on some other things a little bit longer than I had previously anticipated. I'm also going to open up another track so I can get these the tuner open. So I can retune my guitar. Apparently, it just keeps coming out of whack. I think it's a lot has to do with the fact that the strings are old. It might have to do with the fact that I've got to get this sort of retuned up. So, yeah, give me a second here. I'm going to run through these real quick. The guitar tuner so that I can play through these solos correctly. I think I'm just going to, for now on, leave this open because I just don't want to. My tuner, I have a tuner here, obviously, as you can see. The problem is it's broken. It doesn't work for whatever reason. I've tried it a million times and it's just not working. So I'm just going to do this real quick on the live stream. And I promise you, as of tomorrow, I'll keep it open so that way I can just continue to tune as I play, because I do bend strings a lot, and that has a big effect, especially on the tuning of your strings. They get out of tune real quick. So let's see what we can do here. Just right there. And we're doing this. This is crazy. My bad, people. My bad. I just need, I would say 30 seconds, but apparently it's going to play through all of these commercials ever again. I cannot play that song at all. It was trying to play Hotel California. That'll get me, I'm not suspended, what do you call it? Play videos that you don't have permission to play. Anyway, we got it tuned up. We're going right into the solos, ladies and gentlemen, the backing tracks, and we're going to finish up here today. I'm going to try to do my best with this, even with that weird ballista I'm starting to develop on my finger. D, A minor.
That was not as good as it was yesterday, and that's okay. Because we're not going to have improvisational sections where we kill it every day. It's just not going to happen. You're not going to have an improvisational session where you kill it every single time you step up to the plate. Again, I do this so that I embarrass myself on the internet so that you don't have to. Congratulations, world. You're welcome. Let's finish up with this last one, guys. I'm going to go to the chat page so I can see you guys. You guys are the best.
That one ended up really cool. That's actually really cool. That one actually turned out pretty cool, which is great. Great news for me. It turns out I don't suck as bad as I thought I did.
Qu'est-ce qui fait aimer la rentrée à vos enfants?
Stupid commercials. My bad, people. Again, thank you so much for joining the channel. Groovy Chew, you're the best, man. And I wanted to say again, thank you so much for your donation to the channel. You have now become a part of my YouTube journey. And that is the coolest thing I think I get to share with people is I received a donation that is actually helping me further what I'm trying to build here. I appreciate that you have looked at what I've done and it somehow spoke to you in a way that you felt the need or you felt compelled to help a brother out. And I can't thank you enough for that. I'm so thankful for that. You have no idea how good that made me feel as not just a YouTuber, but just as a human being to get acknowledged for all the work that I put in. It was very kind of you. I just wanted to shout you out again. I'm very thankful for that. And also, I would like to thank you for pointing out the fact that my guitar was tuned to shit. That is a really important thing, guys. Understanding that if my guitar is out of tune, this session won't start right. Like everything must be in tune. You have to play in tune. You have to play with the metronome, and there's certain things that you should do as a guitar player or as a musician in general. Things should be clear and concise every time you play. Now, I'm not saying I bend a lot of strings, so those things happen. My guitar gets out of tune all the time. So if it happens in the session, don't feel bad about telling me things like just being like, hey, bro, would you mind? I can't hear the volume or the quality of the sound isn't good. And I haven't used my OBS at the moment yet. I can't do it, at least in a live stream. But some things I can change, like retuning my guitar. I can easily do that in the middle of the session. It is not a problem. Like I said, we're here as a collective. We're doing this shit together. We're trying to get better together. And I'm teaching, but I'm not teaching. We're learning from each other is really the way that it should be put. So I'm thankful for all those things. And for those of you who have not joined the channel before, I'm just going to go over my spiel real quick. That's cool, man, because that's just the volume, the natural volume from my channel. So if my volume is cool, that's great. The problem is I would like a little bit more clarity from it, which is why I'm going to use my, I have, like I said before, I have an audio interface. It just requires an OBS to do so. I haven't done that yet. So for those of you who haven't joined the channel yet, I'm going to go over my spiel. This is the last 5 minutes of the session. I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. This is my channel. This is what I'm trying to build. The channel is about 4 things. The first 2 things involve the live stream, and the live stream is obviously about us getting better, and it's split into 2 parts. Us getting better about our principal instrument by doing the practicing and the improvisational stuff. So the practice session will be me practicing, you practicing, us practicing together, because everybody knows practicing by yourself sucks. Okay? That shit sucks. It's terrible. Nobody wants to do it. It's hard work. It's grunt work. But if we do it together, we're more likely to be motivated to do this as a collective than we are to do this by ourselves. And we can hold each other accountable for the time that we put in and for the things that we missed so that we can get better as a collective. Practice will include warm-ups, scales, chords, picking patterns, different strumming patterns, licks of the week. What am I forgetting? Cover songs that we'll be working on, as well as I'm certain there's other things I've probably forgotten. Chords and voicings, chord progressions, I should say, and but all those things are in service to the second thing, which is about me getting better at improvisational music and us getting better as a collective at improvisational music. But on the channel, it's only me that it can play. So I'm using this opportunity to get you guys to judge me, tell me if I'm doing better. It's my hope that you'll be able to use the songs I have in the playlist section of every one of my channel to create your own backing tracks, to record yourself doing these own backing tracks so that you can submit them, you can put them on YouTube and then send them to me so that we can spend a session talking about how you've attacked the fretboard, how I've attacked the fretboard, different influencers who can help us get better at attacking the fretboard and what we can do differently and individually. So that will help us grow as using guitar as our principal instrument. The third thing is what the whole channel is about. So this first part is really 10-15% about the channel. It's about us getting better at our principal instrument, which happens to be the guitar, okay? Third thing is what the whole channel is about. It's about me using my understanding of the guitar and understanding of how music theory works to create the best music I can in Logic Pro X. It will be music that I'm singing and songwriting on, although I don't really sing. I can hold a tune, and it's going to be really funny and interesting to see. I do produce music, and I produce on a regular basis. I just have not posted anything, and I will be continuing to post up. That at the beginning will probably kind of suck, and then it'll kind of grow into its own thing. That's just how things work. You start with something, you tweak it, you post it, tweak it again, you do something new, you tweak it again, and you just get better over time. That's how it works. But so basically the whole channel is about me creating music in Logic Pro X and create the best music I possibly can so that you can judge that and enjoy that for what it is. And 100% of the stuff I'll be posting will be stuff that will inevitably make me get better as a producer, beat maker, singer, songwriter, guitar player, whatever it is. The other 10% or 90% of it will be stuff I'm doing for myself, projects for myself, and the other 10 to 20%, the other 5 to 10% will be split into two parts. Music I'm creating for other artists, other individual artists, as well as musical scores that I'm creating for people who work on short films in the area in which I live. Now, the fourth thing is basically when people don't watch the channel sort of serves for me as a where I am, where I've been, and where I'm trying to go sort of situation. So if that's something that sounds interesting to you, if you want to help out with the channel, the freest way to help out with the channel, obviously, is by subscribing, commenting, sharing it with your friends if they can, if they want to get here, if they want to get better, if they want us to get better as a collective. And yeah. The second thing I ask people to do, which I hate doing, it's panhandling. It's because I don't make advertiser-generated money. I don't have enough subscribers to get involved with the YouTube partnership program at this moment. So there are two things I ask people to do, and I'm going to cover them as quickly as I possibly can because I really hate doing this. But I'm thankful for everyone who does this. The first thing is about making donations to the channel if you'd like to. I have a Ko-fi account. That's ko-fi.com/Muzzy McGee. The link is available in the description of every video. If you feel that this stuff is important to you, or if you want to get involved with it from a financial perspective, you can donate to the channel if you'd like to. If you don't have to. I already had one subscriber, Groovy Chews, donate to the channel. It was my first experience. I was over the moon for that. I was very excited about that. And I was very thankful, and I'm still very thankful. And it will be a core memory of mine forever because it's the first time I ever got paid for doing something I love to do, which is really, really, really cool. The second thing is if you want to get involved is using cryptocurrency referral links. Again, those are for people who are eligible, who want to get involved in cryptocurrency, but also help out with the channel. Using my referral links to sign up is the Refer a Friend program. Like many banks, it works the same way. When you sign up and you spend $50 or more on any of these websites, they will offer you perks and benefits that will obviously be exponentially better than that of which you would get if you signed up by yourself. It helps out with the channel because when they offer to you, because you use my referral link, whatever they offer you, whether it's $20 cash back or $100 off trading fees, they will offer it to me. And because I'm using 15 on January 1st, I will be announcing how much if I've made that $100 or more, I'll be using 15 to 20% of my total gains to reinvest back into this channel. And I have to set the limit somewhere because obviously when you're building a business, you don't want to use money from different sources. You have to make it sustain itself. So because this is the last year I'll be doing it, I'll be using 15 to 20% up to $100 of my total gains this year to reinvest back into the channel. And the last thing, ladies and gentlemen, real quick, is the best way to help me out and the freest way to help me out is obviously to subscribe to me across all platforms, whether I'm active on those platforms like Facebook and Instagram, or I'm not as active on those platforms. I just got more active on TikTok, but that's just because I added 3 videos this week, and I will be adding more videos later on this week. But whether I'm active on those channels like that, like Facebook or Instagram, or not as active on them like Twitch or TikTok, subscribing to me across all platforms is the best way and the freest way to help me out with this channel, okay? Because helping me grow those accounts will inevitably help me grow my YouTube channel, and helping me grow my YouTube channel will inevitably help me grow those channels, those other pages, my other social media platforms. So thank you again for joining me today. Thank you. Big shout out to Groovy Chew. You are the best. Thank you so much for your donation to the channel. I hope that you will continue to donate. I hope that at least if you can join me on the channel so that we can get better as a collective. I hope that you'll subscribe to me across all platforms. And I'm going to keep doing this, guys. I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. This is my channel. This is what I'm trying to build. You guys will see a massive boost in what I'm trying to create over the next couple of weeks with the stuff I'll be posting. It is my sincere hope that you would join me on this journey. For those of you who already joined me, thank you for that. For those of you who have friends that are interested, have them come along. The more, the merrier. Okay, I can't promise I will get to everything in the chat, but I will do my best. Again, I go by the name of Muzzy McGee. This is my channel. This is what I'm trying to build. And I'm going to continue to build this thing brick by brick. But with your help, we can do it more quickly. Okay, love you. Bye. Love you. Bye. You guys are the best. Number 1. See you tomorrow. Okay, bye.